Morning.
Morning.
You know, I woke up and I had a very strange morning, caught up in a lot of thinking. For the last couple hours I've been thinking, and I need your help. I want you guys to think about this. We have big tzaddik. His name was Avraham. Avraham, did he come from a good family? No, he came from a real wicked family. They were just beasts. And he went and he marries his cousin, Sarai, who was a big tzaddikus, also working on herself. Yeah, same messed up family, it's true. And they have a son, Yitzchak. And Yitzchak is pretty big tzaddik. He grows to the level that when Avram is asked to do the Akedah, he's not asked to do it with Yishmael, even though, by the way, you know the Arabs, I was in Eretz Yisrael many times, when they have something called Akedat Yishmael. They have a week-long partying, all the Arabs, for the Akedah that Yishmael was offered as the karban. Avram brought Yishmael. Last minute, no, because we need to have all the Arab countries in the world. Right? Good. By the way, just know that. Interesting, fun fact. So they have like a little different story. Kind of, very different than we do. So I don't know how it changed over the years. I guess, the story was true. They agree. There was an Akedah, but you just got the facts wrong. It was really Yishmael, not Yitzchak. Okay, so fine. Yitzchak is brought as this Oila Tamima, must have been like such a perfect person. He was a big grace, tzaddik. And Avram now was worried for his son Yitzchak, who he should marry. And he finds what's he looking for? A woman that's kind. So yeah, he goes back to the old, old stomping grounds. Goes back home, brings back, Rivka, who comes from fathers of Rasha, brothers of Rasha. I mean, these guys are like the worst guys in town. If you could think of the worst criminals, they are worse than them. They were like cheaters, killers, fine. They try to kill Eliezer. I mean, they end up dying from it. It's like, wow, okay. Then, in this week's parsha, so he brings home Rivka, and they have two children. One of them is Yaakov, and one of them is Esav. Now, what is Pshat? Avram, big tzaddik, works on himself. Sarah, big tzaddikus. They have this son, Yitzchak, who's this super tzaddik. Now, granted, she comes from, Rivka comes from a whole messed up group, but why? How could it be that already they're raised the same way, got the same father, the same mother? It's not like, there's Sarah and there's Hagar and she's, whatever. This, Sarah's a tzaddikus, but Hagar's whatever. Comes from, Paro's house. No, we're talking about they're both coming from Rivka and Yaakov. And one son already in the stomach seems like a big tzaddik. And the other one, she finds out there's going to be twins. And one is going to be a major Rasha. How could it be?
One was already a Rasha from the beginning.
Yeah. How can you be a Rasha from the beginning. Because this bothers me, because I'm going to tell you, how does it work with a tzaddik in a Rasha? This is what really, it was just driving me crazy. Usually you think it's Bechira. In my mind, a tzaddik and a Rasha go through the same thing. They have the same parents, could be the Rasha even he's the firstborn, so he gets a lot of attention, loved, super talented, but he decides, when he goes through bad things in life, that hurt. I bet I could make somebody else feel that pain, and I could control them. I went through hurt. I'm going to give it to somebody else, and I'm going to be in control. I'm going to do what someone did to me, and someone else is going to feel that now. That's a Rasha. Tzaddik says, you know what a tzaddik says? What does a tzaddik say? Tzaddik says, that's right, I suffered, and somebody did this to me, and it was horrible. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that no one else gets it. That was painful, and I don't want anyone else to go through that. Same thing. They both go through the same thing. And the tzaddik says, I want to make sure that just like I went through that pain, no one else has to go through that pain. And the Rasha goes, I went through that pain, and just like I went through that pain, someone else is going to go through that pain. That's a choice. The same exact thing. One guy decides, no, I'm not going to let it happen to somebody else. And one other person says, I can use that pain to control and hurt others. It's the same thing. But here you got a tzaddik and a Rasha. They haven't even been born yet. The Malach is probably teaching Esav Torah. And you know what Esav is doing? What, he's not learning? It's a Malach. What's he doing? I want to get out of here. When's school over? Okay, he's being taught it, but when can I get out of this? Because as soon as I'm out of it, no Malach is going to be teaching me. Leave me alone. As soon as this is over, get me out of here. Done. When is breakfast already? That's Esav. And Yaakov's stuck with Esav. And he's like, oh gosh, there's this kid in my class. Oh, he's such a drake-up. He's wasting everyone's time. We want to learn, and he's bothering, and he's kicking. And every time there's a base of Avodah Zarah, there's an idol house. He goes, let me get out. And he goes, oh, please, Esav, stop it. Come on, grow up. Can we please learn? I'm going to sit here in this class. I got an opportunity. Stop it. And that's Yaakov. But what could it be? How is this fair? How is it even fair for his parents, Esav's parents? How is it fair? How is it fair for Esav? Every Rasha I get. He chooses. He went through pain and he chooses. I want to do this to somebody else. Somebody bullied me, I'm going to bully somebody else. Somebody disrespects me, I'm going to disrespect other people. I get that. I met that many, many times. Not here, of course. I've never met that here. Everybody here is Amcha Yisrael, Kulam Tzadikim. Everybody here is Graisa Tzadikim, for sure. They, just didn't have the opportunity, but now you have the opportunity. Oh, thank God I'm not in some class where, people are Drake. I got a private little Rebbe, private Shiur, great friends. That I get. But I've met plenty of Rishonim. Trust me, I've met them. Oof, scary people. What is Pshat? And they chose it. What is Pshat? That you have a person who's a Rasha and there's no choice. What is pshat in that? Yeah.
Could be he was born like that. He was born as a Rasha, like all the tendencies of a Rasha.
Mm-hmm.
But his Nisayan was, even though he had all these tendencies and whatever, like that was him, he had to overcome it and still be excited.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been thinking about this all morning long. Exactly, something along those lines.
Yaakov liked Esav better.
Yitzchak liked Esav better. Yeah.
He had more potential.
Yeah, I've just thought about that he had more potential. He liked him. The liking is because he's battling it. In fact, I even thought of something else interesting. It says that he smells, it says, Reach b'ni, kereach hasadeh. Esav, nice cologne you got on over there. Smells like the field. So what's the field it says? It's talking about Gan Eden. He goes, I recognize that scent of Gan Eden. And the Mefarshim ask, hey, how does he know what Gan Eden smells like? But we know, there's a medrash that says came out of Gan Eden, so he was in Gan Eden, that's right. So we know that. So I was like going, what, they didn't see the medrash? Yeah, but, so he knows what Gan Eden smells like. But why is he thinking that Esav is smelling like Gan Eden? Because could be there was some moment that Esav did something incredible and got Gan Eden. Just like Yitzchak does this tremendous thing of ready to die, while Kiddush Hashem, and he gets to go into Gan Eden because of that. So it could be, Esav today or yesterday, whenever that moment was, he's so excited. Esav did something incredible to get to that point. He's got this amazing potential in him, right? He's got that tremendous potential, and he used it, and he did some amazing thing, and oh my gosh, I smell Gan Eden, just like me, just like when I went at Gan Eden. Esav, you did it. But I want to know, how is this possible? How is it fair from the beginning that he has not just tendencies, I mean, he's really a Rasha. He comes out on a motorcycle with a leather jacket. I mean, really, vroom, comes zooming out of his mother going, vroom, on a wheelie. Yeah, you guys weren't here around. You weren't around. Maybe some, but I don't know if you saw it. We've had these protests down here. You guys, the protests up north different than the protests down here. Protests down here. You got guys on motorcycles and ATVs. And the ATVs, they're riding on the back two wheels down the block. Hundreds of people. Sounds cool, no? Scary as anything, them Michiganers. All right, they're all wearing masks, but they're my music blaring. So I could just imagine Esav coming out, of his mom. They were
Esav's 400 men.
That's right, exactly. Esav's 400 soldiers, all in their ATVs, and they're riding on two wheels and looking real scary. But how could that be? What is it? Yes.
Because he always kept one mitzvah, respecting your parents, and that whenever he was there.
That's great, but that's not how he started. He came out already. He was in his mom, kicking to do rishas, to do avodah zarah. By the way, avodah zarah is not exactly like a. You know what the whole. It started. Avodah zarah started. They started saying, I can't directly serve Hashem, but Hashem made these wonderful things, so I'm thanking Hashem for these wonderful things. Hashem, thank you for the sun, thank you for the water. And then the next generation said, oh, great water, oh, great sun, oh, great. And then it became Avodah zarah. But the real shirish of Avodah zarah was, we don't have it because they slaughtered it. The Gemara says that they slaughtered the Yetzer Hara. It was getting too crazy. Everybody would be running around doing Avodah zarah. It's just crazy attraction. So the attraction was freedom. I don't want God to tell me what to do. There's 613 mitzvahs. Leave me alone. I don't want them. Don't force me what to do. So I'm going to go out of my way to just dance, be free. That's what it was. So like Esav already in his mother's stomach, he wanted this freedom. Leave me alone. Don't tell me what to do. I want to, whatever I want to do, I want to do. I'm kicking. I'm rebelling. But what is pshat that he had that in him? That was him already. I mean, from a Pashut pshat standpoint, it's a very difficult thing. But I will tell you, why do I bring this up? All right, besides the fact that, I did see some heavy hitters that spoke about this. Talking about Alpi Kabbalah, Side, secret stuff. I can't tell you, or else I'd have to turn you all into frogs. But
Worth it, Rabbi.
it's worth it. You say it's worth it. Ribbit. Don't ask me. Careful what you ask for. Anyway, but I will tell you, it's just imagine guys who they're overwhelmed by a desire to do mean, bad things. Just don't control me. I'm going to control everybody else. Just don't control me. It just, how fair is it to the guy? How fair is it to his parents? I mean, everybody, we have choice. We have free will. We can choose to do good things. We can choose to learn. We can choose to be nice. We can choose to help others. We can choose to daven. We can. Yeah, if we choose not to, so all right. So I'm choosing to be a Rasha. That's a choice. But how about if a guy has no choice, no free will? It's in him. He is Rasha. Huh? He's not really a Rasha because he didn't choose it. Yeah, he's not really bad. But it's like there's rishus. It's bad. All right. Let's think about it, okay? Give you guys something to chew over, think about it. Somebody not even getting a choice to be bad. It's just them. Anything is, you come online, oh, there's a line, cut right to the line. Front of the line. I just cut. Oh, there's that? I'll take 2. Oh, there's that? I take from me. Oh, so you need chairs? I sit down. Everybody, I don't even think about anybody else. Imagine such a person. I mean, that's like a life battle. They have to really be a super fighter for themselves, to themselves, to want to be a nice person. All right, think about it. Think positive. Let's have a great day.